Good morning. This morning, my name is Itemi. I am a real estate broker and a financial management coach. I want to talk about the lessons learned from this EndSars protest that has about just ended, as well as from the LekkiMassacre. I believe that if the government of Nigeria had been listening to the citizens even before the protest, if the government of Nigeria has been responsive to the needs and the rights and yearnings and aspirations of the people that it governs, I don't think anyone would have gotten taken to the streets. We've had this culture of people being oppressed, and the leadership expects you to keep quiet. They trample on your rights, and when you talk, it's as if, why are you talking? Why are you complaining? But I don't get it. How can you put your hand on my neck and expect me not to shout? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So when this thing becomes a norm over and over, people's rights, lives are not being valued, lives are not being, the quality of lives you are not taken into cognizance. The quality of living of people is not recognized. The value of lives are not reckoned with. Things happen to the citizenry, and there's no form of empathy from the government. It's like we're left on our own. It sends signals like you're on your own, nobody cares about you. And I think that over time, as well as several injustices that have been meted out to members of the public, over time there's this growing anger. It first starts with disappointment, dissatisfaction, resentment, and then before you know, it gets to the point of anger, and then all hell is let loose all of a sudden. So I believe that if the government had been responsive over time to our various needs in the society, that there will not come a time where there will be massive protests like this. Essentially, the EndSars protest was just like where the temperature of the people had reached boiling point. Okay, so it was just like a case of enough is enough. So beyond the EndSars protest, it was all about protesting against bad management of our resources, bad governance, against our leaders making so much money at our expense, spending so much on themselves, whereas our facilities are not being taken care of, our welfare, education, health. Nothing just works, and it's as if we have to work hard to provide all these things that government is supposed to provide for us. And I think things got to a head. Okay, I want to salute and congratulate the EndSars protest organizers for their doggedness, for their intelligence, for their being organized. And if not because we have a mixed multitude in Nigeria, I think that the protests would have ended well. At the end of the day, it would have gone on well without any incidents of death and all that. But unfortunately, because of the mixed multitude we have in Nigeria, I'm going to talk about that later. Because of the mixed multitude we have in Nigeria, the protest became hijacked, okay, and hijacked by hoodlums, and which gave rise to government instituting a curfew, a restriction of movement for people, so that the society can be security of society can be maximized, and then so that hoodlums can also be tracked as well. One thing I also learned from the protesters was that yeah, apparently, just the same way we had there was a lot of organization for food, for medicals, for lawyers to bail those who were arrested in the course of protest, for first aid. I want to believe that if there, I know that there was an announcement by some key strategists that yes, there's a curfew, everybody go home. We can always regroup again later after the curfew is over, and which is good. I'm happy that he was there, but even though I was surprised that okay, we still had a crowd there by the time it was past 4, but I understand the nitty gritty of logistics in Lagos. I think that arrangements should have been made for accommodation for those people in at the Lekki toll gates to get into check into hotels. Maybe not one person to a room, but in their droves, so that we could be off the streets, so that they would not have met anybody on the way. And on the other hand, I think that the governor Sanwo-Olu should have come to address the people at the Lekki toll gates, and he should have found a way to diplomatically take them off the streets and made sure that these people were safe. And he should have, whoever gave the order of shoot aside, he should have assured them that he would take them off the streets that day, and he should have gone there and done just that. That's where we lost the fatherly role that we expected from him in the course of the SARS protest, and that's inaction from him led to the loss of many lives, the maiming of people. I pray that as many as are injured and in the hospital, I pray for speedy recovery for them, and that this fight will not be in vain. I know that this fight for the soul, the battle for the soul of Nigeria, will not be in vain by the grace of God. Another thing that I've also learned is that in the course of winning, we should know when we have made our points in presentation of our cases. You should know when making your point exists. You have made your point, and it's now better to go home or be silent, so that you don't lose the gains that you have made thus far. So another thing I have learned from this protest is that because we have mixed multitudes, it may not be good again for us to go undertake protests. Yes, the issue has not been resolved. Our target has not been met, but we need to find a way to cut off the mixed multitudes, and so that we can make progress and forge ahead. So I think we should just cut our losses and forge ahead. Until then, my name is Etemi. I'm your real estate broker. I am your personal financial management coach and an agent of positive transformation. And I believe that Nigeria will be great again. Thank you.